Through the prayers of our Father's Lord Jesus Christ, our God, have been on us and save us. Amen. Today, December 6th of the civil calendar, is November 23rd of the church calendar. We commemorate today Saint Amphilochius, Bishop of Iconium, a fellow countryman and friend of Saint Basil the Great, another great saint of the 4th century. Amphilochius sadly forsook the bustard of the world and withdrew to a cave, where as a solitary he lived in asceticism for 40 years. The episcopal throne in Iconium then fell empty, and Amphilochius was chosen in a wonderful way and consecrated as Bishop of Iconium. He was a marvelous shepherd and a great defender of the purity of the Orthodox faith, and took part in the Second Ecumenical Council in 381. He fought zealously against Macedonians and against the Heraeans and Eunomians. He personally begged Theodosius the Great to drive the Arians out of every city in the empire, but the emperor did not comply with his request. After a few days, Amphilochius came before the emperor again. When the bishop was taken into the presence chamber, the emperor was sitting on the throne with his son, when Arcadius, who he had taken as co-emperor, sitting at his right hand. Entering the room, Amphilochius did reverence to Theodosius, but ignored Arcadius as though he were not there. Infuriated by this, the emperor Theodosius commanded that Amphilochius be instantly driven from Carthage. The saint then said to the emperor, "Do you see, O emperor, how you do not tolerate a slight pay to your son? In the same way, God the Father does not tolerate the son and pay to his son, turning with loathing from those who blaspheme against him, and being angered at the accused Arian heresy." Hearing this, the emperor understood the reason for Amphilochius' seeming disrespect towards his son, and marveled at his wisdom and daring among many other words. Amphilochius wrote several books on the faith. He entered into rest in 395 in a great old age and went to immortal life. Saint Gregory, Bishop of Agrigentium. He was born in Sicily near the town of Agrigentium, where he was later a bishop. Of his devout parents, Charion and Theodota, his whole life was woven through with God's wonders. He went to Jerusalem, was chosen as bishop, and was saved from slander in a miraculous way. He himself was a great wonder worker, for he was greatly pleasing to God and was a great spiritual guide and ascetic. He took part in the 5th Ecumenical Council in Constantinople in year 553. After severe temptations, he entered peacefully into rest at the end of the 6th century or the beginning of the 7th century. Saint Alexander of the Neva, the son of Prince Jaroslav, his heart was drawn to God from his youth. He overcame the Swedes on the river Neva on the July 15, 1240, whence he took the name of the Neva. On that occasion, Saint Boris and Gleb appeared to one Alexander generals and promised their aid to the great prince, their kinsman, among the golden horde of the Tatars. He refused to sacrifice to idols or pass through fire. The Tatar can value him for his wisdom and his physical strength and beauty. He built many churches and performed innumerable works of mercy. He entered into rest at the age of 43 on November 14th, 1263, today being the commemoration of the translation of his relic to the city of Vladimir. Saint Mitrophane, Bishop of Voronezh, a famous Russian hero, ascetic and patriot. He was first a friend and then a strong critic of Peter I. He entered into rest on November 23rd, 1703. His wonder-working relics were discovered in 1832. For consideration, God permits misfortune to come upon the righteous to their greatest glorification. For misfortune overcome reveals both the glory of God and the glory of the righteous. Holy Gregory of Agrigentium was in all things righteous and pleasing to God. God let misfortune come upon him, a like misfortune, so that which overtook St. Athanasius and St. Macarius, 2 priests, Sabinus and Crescens, to whom Gregory had done much good, could not abide his virtue. For such is the nature of guilt that it cannot abide virtue. Sabinus and Crescens then found a notorious harlot and bribed her to slander Gregory, saying that he had immoral relations with her. Once, when Gregory was in church, the woman hid in his bedroom. And when he came out of church with the people, this woman appeared from his room. These two priests then began to revile Gregory as an immoral man. Gregory was calm and prepared for whatever suffering might come. They shut him up in prison and then took him under escort to Rome. The Pope believed his slanderers and kept Gregory in prison for 2 years without trial. A council was then summoned to look into the affair, but before judgment was given by men, God gave his. The woman became man and was brought before the council as one demented as a maid woman. She was not able to testify. Gregory, the wonder worker, prayed to God for her, and she was healed, the evil spirit leaving her forthwith. She testified through her tears that she had been bribed to slander the man of God, and that after this slander, an evil spirit had taken up residence in her and put her in his power. Sabinus and Christians, along with the other slanderers, more than 100 of them, suddenly found their faces turned coal black, and they were punished with exile. Holy Gregory was returned to his diocese and received with great exhortation by his people. Thank you for listening. I pray that the good Lord will bless you. Amen.